Hey everyone, my name is Sean and this is Sean Stocks. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to continue talking about the underdog, the lucky stock, the one and only Clov, C-L-O-V. Made over 50 videos on Clover Health before the first squeeze and continuing to talk about this great stock that I'm invested in the long run. And today was a really good day. And people are surprised. People will say, oh, we had a dip. We had a dip this morning and it pushed us all the way down. It pushed us really, really far down, unfortunately. And I was like, okay. Yeah, sure. It did a little bit, right? When you take a look at this, right, for the day, we opened up at, 10:36. We ended the day off at, $9.45. Did we have a big dip today when you compare it to previous days? Absolutely, right? But at the same time, you got to take a step back and look at the bigger picture. We take a look at the bigger picture for the last 5 days, you can see that this stock is again starting to move up over time, right? And if you look at today specifically, there's a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel in the sense, right? There's a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel because at the end of the day, for hours, think about that, for hours, this stock consolidated around $9.45 for hours throughout the entire day, okay? And you take a look at that and you're like, okay, if this was a simple, let's pump it, dump it type scenario or something like that, which is definitely not, right? Then this stock should have dropped a ton more, gone all the way back into the low 8s, high 7s, or even the mid 8s even, right? But no, this stock consolidated around $9.45 freaking cents for hours on end, starting basically right around, 10:50, 8 a.m. and going all the way to closing. It basically flatlines in the sense for many hours. And after you see a previous day of going up 22%, you look at this and you're like, okay, we went down 12.5%, but still, if you take a look at the many, many days, we're out of the 8s currently. And I think that this consolidation right here is really, really good sign, especially with all the other stuff that we have coming up, okay? When we take a look in Wells Fargo conference, we take a look at, future rollover dates as well. We take a look, of course, down 12%. That means that the short sale restriction is also happening. So we got a lot of different things that are popping up, and maybe these are good things for the stock. But when you take a look, of course, at AMC, GME, you're going to have to ride that little bit of that roller coaster to experience, the nice rips, hopefully soon. Okay, so you got to stay through the dips to ride those rips out. So hopefully we'll see that happening. But let's just take a look at today, though. Today we opened up at $10.36. We dropped all the way down to the intraday low of $9.20. On the way down, I'm always funny. I'm like, when's the best time to buy, Sean? Well, it was right about, 10 minutes in or so, right about here, right? Right when I saw this first thing at $9.77. I bought around that range, I believe. And sometimes you hit it, sometimes you don't, but I'm still happy to be part of this and still happy to get under that $10 range, which was the list price of this stock. So very happy to be under that. But again, continuing, it went down to $9.20 and then again, just consolidated around that $9.45 basically throughout the entire day. And in the after hours, we had 0%. It again, even furthered for the basically zero movement that it had for many, many hours. So I'm excited. Because I know here at 4 a.m. Eastern, going all the way up to, opening bell tomorrow, hopefully we'll see some big movement with this stock. And I think that even tomorrow, we may even see some even larger movement than what we saw on Tuesday. But it's really one of those things where we have to wait and see. The volume, though, was pretty high, though, for this stock. We're at 78.02 million compared to the average of 47. So again, still traded very high and a lot of energy is flowing into this one. Take a look at the order flow. More outflow than inflow for large scale orders only by 2.15 million US dollars. And then for medium scale orders, we did have more inflow than outflow. And also we see the same thing again for small scale orders, more inflow than outflow as well. So again, just very, very happy that we are completely out of that $8 price range. And I'm happy to honestly stay in the $9 range in general for a little bit of time. But obviously, we want to see this thing rip. We want to see a short squeeze. We want to see that huge potential that, again, we've been talking about for the last couple of months. Here we go. And so I do have some good information about that. But first, let's go into the short sale restriction or short sale rule, right? So this restriction went into place because we saw a 10% drop in the day. And basically, the SEC introduced this rule 201, the alternative uptick rule, where a short sale related circuit breaker was triggered, and it will impose a restriction on prices which securities may be sold short. So what does this mean? What does this mean in general? So the Wall Street Daily basically covers it. Basically, it says once the circuit breaker is tripped, short sale orders can only be executed at a price higher than the current best bid. You can't hit on the bid on a short sale order with the stock under the short sale restriction, which means you have to wait for the price to go up to your ask price for the order to execute. Okay. So again, it's really, and I'll put this article in the description of this video, but again, it's in a way kind of good that it happened because at the end of the day, it kind of puts a little bit of restriction on those short sellers. So overall, we'll see that tomorrow, and we kind of got like a little bit of even better news on top of that, right? We have future rollovers. We have future rollovers dates. If you take a look at this, right now we're talking about September 9th, 2021. That is tomorrow. And when you think about that, you're like, okay, when was the last time that we saw this? Oh, it was right when we also saw another squeeze back in June. So you take a look at that. You take a look at these dates, and you're like, maybe there is something that is going on. And people are saying that there is evidence that much of the meme stock activity is due to someone on the end of a futures basket that included a lot of meme stocks in it. Okay. We saw an increase as well at the beginning of June, which was future rolled over as well. So again, that meme stock basket for the futures basket, right? That again, maybe something that is happening tomorrow. So a lot of stuff happening. We see a huge consolidation. We have this tomorrow, but that's not it. We also have something else tomorrow. Clov stock could be saved by upcoming conference, new partnership. I'll put this in the description as well. It says here that first, we know that an event will happen tomorrow, the Wells Fargo Virtual Healthcare Conference. Clover CEO Vivek Garipalli will be presenting at the conference tomorrow afternoon with the company's chief technology officer. It's currently not known what Clover's agenda is for the day, but investors can hope to hear some good news at the conference to provide some buying to Clove's value, some booing to Clove's value. So overall, again, just more good news happening. And on top of that, we had good news today. The company is announcing a new partnership today. It's partnering with Athenahealth. Athenahealth is a company whose app market provides innovative healthcare tools to professionals within its large and international network. Through this deal, Athenahealth will make Clover's Clover Assistant web application available to thousands of healthcare professionals for the very first time. Take a look at this. It seems that we have good news on top of good news, and I feel like this stock has a really good future. If you're buying below the $10 range, which is my buy, we had the super buy below $8 range. I think that we're going to have a very, very good time. So again, just going over it, Athenahealth is a network-enabled, results-oriented software and services company that offers medical record revenue cycle, patient engagement, and care coordination services for hospital ambulatory clients nationwide. And so basically, again, just trying to integrate that Clover Assistant and provide it really to more people out there, right? More people out there. Expand the use of Clover Assistant. Get that out there. And again, just a great catalyst, just a great overall catalyst to have for this stock. But I'm not done. You think it's over. You think it's over. All the good news. No. Here we go. Take a look at this, right? The short squeeze score. We talked about this in previous videos. The short squeeze score for this stock has jumped dramatically. Now it's number 7 at 94.95. That very close to 100, very close to number 1. Again, a lot of signs are pointing in great directions for this stock. And so we're 7 out of 5,491 on Fintel. You take a look, of course, at the short sales availability, though. 700,000 available. That is really low to see. A 10,000% increase. A 10,000% increase in the short borrow fee rate. 107.86% as well. So when you see that going from 1% to 107%, right, that's huge, right? Just think about that. This will cause shorting to be less favorable since it has a higher cost, okay? The fee can go up because, at the end of the day, demand either went up or supply went down. So either way, it means that basically there is vigorous short sell activity in the stock, and the long side is fighting back by not providing shares to the stock borrow market at a normal borrow rate. This is huge. This is huge to see that 107. Let me try to move this over. I think it's cut off a little bit. There you go. So 107.86. Let me zoom in right there. Okay. Wow. Okay. Again, huge consolidation. We have short squeeze score going all over the place. This is a lot. This is a lot in one day to happen. While I'm here, let me take a short break. Take a look at my Twitter. I have a Twitter. Follow me on Twitter real quick. I talk about all this stuff. If you want to hear some stuff in the day, give you live updates. Check out my Twitter as well. But I am not done here. Looking at this, we also have an Ortex update tweet that says that there is a short squeeze trading signal generated based on the recent price increase in the high short level in Clov, and this is with Ortex, okay? So again, we got Fintel, we got Ortex saying it, and this seems like, again, we have something happen, and it's kind of hard because you're just like, with all this good news, I want to see something happen, but you got to stay with the reality and really just do what you got to do. I'm not saying, sell the house, do everything like that, but I'm saying be responsible with your money. And these are just great things to see about this. And if you believe in the company in the long term and hope for a short term potential cherry on top, then by all means join in on the fun. But again, we see big things after big things happening for this stock. But let's take a look at something else real quick. Continuing on forward with Ortex, we of course have the information I always like to talk about, the short interest percentage of the free float and stuff like that. And if you like this video so far, please smash that like button for me. It really does help. Also, subscribe and ring the bell so you can get notifications on my upcoming videos. Here in Ortex, we can see that we have a short interest percentage of the free float at 13.69%. It did decrease by 1.9%, so still not bad, especially with all those good news. We have, again, cost to borrow average at 2%, cost to borrow max at 3.94, days to cover 0.73 days, and utilization rate 87.32. I like to point this stuff out because at the end of the day, this is just more information to go off of to hopefully help you make your decision on this, if this is the right trade for you. But for me, again, this information is amazing to see and everything is just going swell, okay? Next, we're going to take a look at the dark pool data. It's cut off a little bit. Let me move to the right. There we go. So here we can see that the dark pool traded 57.14% today. That was where all the shares were traded in the good amount of volume, 43.28 million, a lot of volume in the dark pool. If you want to, there should be a card. There should be a card in one of those corners if you want to check out my dark pool video. But I think there's playing games. There's a reason why we had a big drop in the beginning. Maybe they're playing games with the dark pool and trying to get the stock to move. But yeah, who knows, right? But at the end of the day, still great stuff to see. This is something that is just great to know about. And again, take a look at my dark pool video as well. That just goes over that in detail. Next, we want to take a look, though, at trending stocks on Reddit in the past 24 hours, because, of course, I want to talk about how Clover Health is number one. Number one, baby. Let's go. Clover Health is number one at 824 mentions, right? We're trending huge. We're trending huge, of course, especially when you have the floodgates open and Wall Street Bets is talking about Clover Health more than ever. And I just can't believe of all the great stuff we're saying. Take a look at all the mentions nearby. Buy up GME. We're comparing it to that bought down like yesterday. See, people are again, because they think it's a pump and stuff. It's like, we'll have to see, but I doubt it. We have all this good information coming up. Calls, Clov, more out, dawn, and puts, right? So people are saying puts, right? But here's the thing: at bar rates that high, I don't think anyone's gonna short sell this stock at all coming up. So we will see what happens, but I'm really, really excited to see this great news. Taking a look, of course, at our subreddit, we got this meme. How much for that dip? $9.41. Give me $1,500 again. Yeah, we got to have that good energy. Again, that is so great to see that consolidation. Love it. We got to throw some cloves in the comment section. I really appreciate it as well. 44.8 thousand members. We are growing a great amount, basically 1,000 per day on the subreddit. So definitely check it out. And overall, I just like this stock. I like talking about it. If you want me to go over anything in particular, definitely put it down in the comments. I wanted to make this video good for you guys. And last but not least, if you want 2 free stocks valued up to $2,300, check out the link in the description below. All you got to do is open an account with Webull, which I use throughout my entire video. After you open that account and deposit any amount of money, 1 cent, $1 or something like that, then you can get your 2 free stocks. And if you do get ones valued up to $2,300, then let me know which ones you get down in the description. Down in the comment section. I want to hear what you got, because at the end of the day, you can sell those shares and buy whatever stock that you are interested in the most. I know which one I would buy, but let's see what happens tomorrow on Thursday. Exciting stuff, and I'll have updates throughout the day on my Twitter. And I really do appreciate you listening, subscribing to my videos, and hopefully you enjoy it. And as always, hope you have a great trading day tomorrow. You lucky people. Take care. Bye-bye.